or maybe this is like the longest I'll go. When it comes to my nails, this will be the longest, but I don't know. As it is, like my natural nails are kind of like, they're not too thick. They rip easily. I don't know. I guess I probably need like biotin or whatever vitamin helps with nails. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So here we go. We have our index finger, and now we move on to the middle finger. But yep. So anyway, so what do you guys plan on dressing up for Halloween? Do you guys still go out trick-or-treating with your little ones if you have children of your own, or nieces and nephews, or just by yourself as an adult? You can go trick-or-treating too. I still like to dress up. Halloween's like actually my favorite holiday. I don't know what it is, but I like the whole spookiness about it and being able to dress up and be different and creepy and look weird for a day without being like judged. You know, you can do like your makeup all crazy, you can dress weird, obviously appropriate, not showing some parts that you're not supposed to out in public, if you know what I mean. But I like it. I also like the whole point of like decorating your home too, you know, putting like spider webs and little fake spiders here and there, and the pumpkins. Oh my gosh, the best thing I love about like the fall, like in October, November, is being able to go to the pumpkin patch. And as you guys been seeing in my other videos where I'm talking about, like, you know, the pumpkin patch costume photo shoot thing, yep, so that's what I like doing. So me and Justino, we've been together for what, 3 years now? It's about to be 3 years in February. Funny thing is that we made it official on a leap year. So the way how we ended up, I guess, like, making it official was, till this day, I still tell Justino, I still ask him, I'm like, I feel like you were probably like pressured to say that we were like together. And I asked him too, and like even till this day, I'm like, were you even ready to be in a relationship? Like, were you ready, or did you even know that for sure? You knew that we both were ready to be in a relationship with each other. Yeah. So I was sitting with my legs like crisscross applesauce style, and my leg was falling asleep, so now I stretched them out, whatever. But anyways, so back again to my little random topic conversation. So, like I had said before, you know, we made it official on a leap year, and this was actually at my sister's husband's birthday party. Again, it was a party that was on a leap year. Oh my goodness, let me see, I have to fix the camera so you can see. There we go. Anyway, so you guys see, just filing down the nail. But anyways, so again, so it was on a leap year, and I was actually a leap year weekend, I guess, or whatever. So it was at a family party. We had barely had like, what, we started talking in September, November, December. So it was barely like 3-4 months. Let me see, September, October, November, December, January, February. No, 5 months. So it was barely 5 months of like dating. And I mean, I don't know. I guess there's people that go like, oh, you should wait like 6 months. Oh, wait so many months or whatever to make sure that you actually know the person, to where you know if you guys have anything compatible or whatever, or if you're like a good match for one another. But I mean, since I first met him, you know, I was like a little skeptical. I was like, oh, I don't know, this is gonna go anywhere. But again, it takes time to actually like get to know the person. And as I got to know him more, you know, I started falling in love with him. So, so that night to the family party, we were there, and then, you know, I had brought him around to like some of my family. So, like for Thanksgiving, my brother had dinner at his house, and obviously my sister was there. And that same night of Thanksgiving, I had actually gone to Justino's uncle's little Thanksgiving shooting that he had. And so after being there and meeting his family for the first time also, I just thought that it would only be right to bring him to a little, just like a little family get together. It's nothing fancy. It wasn't anything to where it's like, oh, you gotta dress up because we're gonna go have dinner at family members' house. Nah, we don't do that. Like, literally, you could like come in your PJs or whatever, and it's all good, you know. But anyways, so yeah, that was the first time he met my family, whatever, and then some family friends. So back again to when we made it official. So at my sister's husband's birthday party, there were some friends that were there that were also in the Thanksgiving thingy when they first met him. And, you know, because they recognized him, they were like, oh, hey, you know, how are you, yada, yada. And then, you know, they were like all having a good time. Obviously, there was drinks and food and whatever. And one of them was like, so, what, are you guys boyfriend and girlfriend yet, or what? And, like, literally, I could feel, like, that pressure, kind of like tension between Justino and I, because we weren't like really sure what to say, but they were asking him though, so it was like a direct question to him, not to me. And, you know, he just looked at me like, and I was like, oh, I don't know, he hasn't said anything. So me too, you know, like being a bee, I should have been like, no, we're still talking or whatever. And so I'm guessing because he felt pressure, he was like, oh yeah, we're together, we're finally boyfriend and girlfriend. And, like, you know, they were like, oh, cool, whatever, how sweet. And anyway, so, you know, we went to go, like, do our own thing where they're just having fun, having some drinks and food. And then, like, I asked him, and I was like, hey, you know, not just because, you know, you felt pressured into, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, we are a thing, does it mean, like, we actually do have to be a thing now. And it's like, I told them, I'm like, it's okay if you just said it there in the moment because, you know, they were, like, pressuring you. Like, all eyes were on you, I guess. But if you're not ready to, like, be in a relationship with me, then that's cool. You know, I understand. I'm not gonna, like, pressure you or, like, force you to, like, be with me, you know? And he was like, no. He's like, it's okay. I feel like the time is right or whatever. But, yeah, it was funny. And that same night, everyone, like, knew that he was a cool dude because, you know, again, there was drinks and food and whatever, and obviously, you know, people were liking the vibes. And he actually started showing off his dance moves. So ever since that night, people, you know, talk about him. They're like, hey, where's Justino? Is he gonna come over to the party? Oh, is he gonna dance? Yada yada. So ever since that night, everyone talks about his dance moves. And if I can find the videos, I'll try to put, like, some little clips of it or whatever here in this video so you guys can see. Oh my god. But yeah, it was one hell of a night. It was awesome. We had fun. And yeah, so anyway, so if we were to, like, actually do our anniversary by leap years, you know, technically this wouldn't even be our first year. We would, like, technically only be together for, like, what, a month, 2 months or so, because isn't it usually like 4 years is considered 1 year? So I don't know, but whatever. So yeah, so once we you know, made it official, whatever, we're together. And then me being weird with, like, the whole Halloween stuff, spooky season thing, I had, like, told him, like, oh, you know, let's go to the pumpkin patch, whatever. We went. So the first year we went, we didn't take, like, I guess our weird little, like, spooky whatever pictures until the second year that we ended up going. And I remember the second year we ended up just, like, out of nowhere, just being funny, goofy. We ended up getting paper bags, and we made, like, holes on it so it could look like we were paper bag costume people or whatever. And it was fun because when we took the pictures, it was, like, kind of like towards the evening, so the sun was already setting. And again, if I can find the pictures, I will try to see if I can find them. If I can, then they'll obviously be here in this video. But if not, I'll try to see if I can find them, and I'll, like, post them on the Instagram that I have for my YouTube channel. But anyways, Okay, so now since I already filed down the nails, as you can see, they're like not shiny anymore. Now we're gonna put the base coat that goes on the nails before you can put the actual gel nail polish. Now, I take it back. Before putting this on the nails, I actually have to put the fake lash glue on the little nail stand. Oh my goodness, see? I'm already forgetting, guys. So, anyways, back against our conversation. So, yeah, so it was the second year. Is it the second year or was it the first year? No, it was the second year? You know what? I honestly don't remember because usually for the pumpkin patch, we always go more than once. And I'm not sure if it was like the first year that we ended up going. It was probably like the second time that we went, third time, fifth time, I don't know. Was when I was like, oh, you know what? We should like do a little like costume thing, a little photo sesh like in the pumpkin field thing. So in our pumpkin patch thing, they have this little like hayride. It's called a hayride. And a hayride, it's like this big long like, what we call it? It's pulled by the tractor, so it's kind of like a trailer that's pulled by a tractor. And on the back, obviously, so people can sit down, they have like hay, and then they have like just two little seats that if you're like a person, you know, that can't sit down like on actual hay, because either, you know, you have a disability or something or whatever, you know, and you can't sit down like on your bottom or something, then you can use those little seats that are there. They're like little benches, but everyone else has to sit on the hay. So anyways, so we ended up going on that when we got there first, and then, you know, it takes you to one part of the pumpkin field, and we were like, oh, you know what, we should take pictures. So we ended up going on the side where there was like this like machinery, I'm guessing that they no longer use, and I'm not sure if it's like to like pick pumpkins or something, but it's something that they use in the farm. And obviously, you know, like it wasn't working anymore, whatever. So I ended up putting my phone like on the little like corner of it and then just face the camera to where we could take our pictures. And I did, and they came out pretty cool. So ever since that time, I've always like, you know, told Host, you know, like, you know what, we should like keep this tradition going. That we should like take like pumpkin patch pictures, obviously, but like wearing like a costume or something. So that is why this year we're putting a little bit more effort into our costumes than we did last year. Or the year before that, I don't remember, but whatever. So we're gonna see how it turns out, how it goes, and hopefully we go there, we don't get like that all like weird, because we're gonna be probably like the only weird ones with like full on costume face makeup on and whatnot. But anyways, okay, so now as you guys see, I put the lash glue on here. I'm gonna get a little bit closer so you can see. So there's a lash glue on there. Now we just have to wait until it dries a little bit so it gets tacky. And then once it gets a little tacky, then we can start putting our nails on there to stick them on, and then start painting them with the base coat one by one. But yeah. So, yep. So that's the story of how Justino met, I guess, my family, and then also how we made it official, and then how everyone liked his dance moves because he was over there showing them off. And it's funny because in his like dance moves or whatever, he was doing this thing like I do apologize if I don't know the name of it, but he was kind of doing like the river dance, the Irish river dance type of thingy. I apologize. I do not mean to offend no one. I apologize. I apologize. I don't want to offend anybody. I apologize. And then he was also doing like a traditional like Russian dance thing too. Again, sorry. I apologize. I don't want to offend nobody. I apologize. To where it's like the one where like they kind of like squat and then have to like do this as they're like squatting. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry.
Don't burn yourself. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. But he was doing that. So it was a combination of like dance moves he was doing. And yeah, he was having like a dance battle with one of our friends' wives. And it was cool. He was the talk of the night, and then the next day, and so on and so on. But it's pretty cool. And you know, and like again, like I said, every time, you know, they have well, it's actually my sister. When they have like, you know, little get-togethers at their house or just like random little parties. I could either be just like their daughter's birthday party or one of their birthday parties, her birthday party or her husband's birthday party or a friend's birthday party. Just a random little get-together there at the house, you know. They always ask me if like he's gonna go, if I show up and he's not there with me. Usually Justino has to work at night, or he doesn't get off until night, I mean. So by the time he's off of work, he's either a little too tired and he doesn't want to do anything, or he'll just be a little late because obviously he just got off of work. But yeah, anyways, okay, so back again. So now we're gonna end up using the top coat, or I mean base coat on the nail so we could put the gel nail polish on. But yeah, so that's the story of my honey and I. And like I said, this is going on for what we've been together for. Oh my goodness, no. Okay, so that happens too. So as you can see, the glue wasn't tacky yet, but it's okay. We can make it work. It's all right. It's all right. We can do this. So anyways, so 3 years. And it's funny because like, to me, I feel like for as long as we've been together for, it kind of feels like we haven't even been together for this long. And I don't know if it's probably because, you know, we enjoy each other's company and we love each other. And, you know, I guess we've gotten used to each other. But I hope that doesn't sound wrong, because I know once people hear they're like, oh, well, maybe the romance is dead. It's like, whatever. No, I don't mean it like that, sillies. It just means like, it doesn't feel like time has passed by. You know? But, okay. So there's one. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do these other ones. I think I should probably wait a little bit until it dries a bit, huh? So the thing about like this, oh my god. So the thing about this like base coat thing is that you can like leave it on the nail, and if you don't cure it right away, it doesn't dry. So obviously the only way for it to dry is you have to cure it. That means putting it under the little UV light thing. But I don't know, I tend to be like a very impatient person sometimes, so I don't know how this is gonna work. Let me see. And yes, I know I have a weird way of like, I guess, painting my nails on here. Everyone has a different way. Everyone does it their way and how they feel comfortable. So no judgment. Don't be an a-hole. No judgment. Like I said, I'm not a professional makeup artist or nail tech or anything. So I do things how they best fit me, I guess, and best make me feel better, whatever, give me the end result that I want. So anyways, oh, there we go. So I take it the lash glue is finally tacky, and that's why the nails aren't moving like it did for the thumbnail. Let's see. Use a flash. So I'm actually using the flash on the camera as my light to where I can see what I'm doing, because the light that I have on my fan or whatever here in my room is kind of like dim. It looks yellow, so I feel like it's gonna make everything else here look kind of weird. But anyways, so here we are. Make sure you cover your nail good. Make sure you're able to put the gel polish on there. That's for sure. You want it to stick on there.